Good YouTube, Quinn Wade. Coming to y'all with that instant basketball analysis on the Analysis Playground on YouTube, exclusively on there forever. And we're going to talk about how the Denver Nuggets came all the way back down by 12, 13 points, I believe, or 11 points in the fourth quarter, even in the last 5 minutes of the game, and was able to win in overtime 137 to 132. Jokic did have a hook shot that he could have made that would have won it in regulation. And then obviously he had a ability to put it back in with a tip, but he missed the tip in the hook. So they go into overtime, but they still was able to win it. Denver won the season series against the Blazers 3-1. Blazers only was able to beat them once. The Blazers may be a playoff team. We got to see how the play-in goes for them. But other than that, Denver was able to beat them 137, 132. Denver win 51 games and they had 28 losses this season. And then obviously they're 26 and 13 at home. They played at home in this game. They was really riding off that crowd. Portland won the first quarter 35 to 31. Portland won the second quarter 37 to 27. It was looking like they was gonna win the game because even in the third quarter it was 29 to 29. But then Denver won the fourth quarter 38 to 24 and won overtime 12 to 7. Tamani Kamara had a big night. It seemed like they kept leaving him open, whether that was for mid range or for threes. He went 8 of 13 from three. He knew how to get open. He knew where to be at on the court. Then it was just about will they find him, and after that, shoot it and make it. Done. He was able to get it done that way. He went 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 10 of 16 from the field. He had 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. He ended up fouling out in this game. That sucked for the Blazers, but it's just that hard to guard the Nuggets in general, especially their perimeter players. He had 1 offensive rebound. Denny Avdia, he came through for him, got a nice bucket, but you wish he would have did it more in the fourth quarter when they had the lead and they needed buckets. Nobody really was coming through for him, and that's why the Nuggets was able to make a run to win the game, even in overtime. He played 40 minutes. That was the most on the team. He had 26 points. He went 6 of 15 from the field, 1 of 6 from 3, and 13 of 14 from the free throw line. Did a good job scoring, did a good job of attacking. He also got 7 assists because of the attention he was garnering. He had 4 rebounds, 1 still in the block, and 4 turnovers. 3 personal fouls, was a minus 15 and plus minus. This was a really good performance from him, but it should have been better. Donovan Clingan, he was trying out there, but he ended up getting only 18 points. And then he had 12 boards, so he got a double-double. And he also went 6 of 13 from the field, 3 of 6 from 3, and 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Did a really good job of using his size and finishing with good and easy ways around the rim. And then, of course, stretching the floor always helps, right? He also had 1 turnover and 2 blocks. He was able to get Jokic, and he also had 6 offensive boards. No personal foul, was a minus 5 and plus minus. Drew Holiday gave them a lot. He ended up getting 11 assists and 19 points. You want the ball in his hands the way he's been scoring lately, but he didn't do it as efficient as the other games. He went 7 of 19 from the field and 5 of 12 from 3, but that's still a good performance when you look at the assists that came with the territory of him having the ball in his hands to be able to make those decisions. And he did a good job of it because he had no turnovers. He did also have 6 rebounds and 2 personal fouls and was a minus 1 and plus minus. Scoot Henderson, 36 minutes. He had 18 points. He went 6 of 14 from the field, 4 of 8 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He made a nice clutch 3, and he was able to do it throughout the game. He missed a couple, though. And then he was able to try to use his handles and his athleticism to try to get as close to the basket as he could. He didn't really work out that well there, but he tried to get as many different type of looks as he could by reacting to what the defense was trying to do to him as defenders. He had 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 turnover, 1 steal in the block, 4 personal fouls, 1 offensive rebound in the minus 15 and plus minus. Chris Murray, 22 minutes. He had 1 point. He went 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 1 rebound, 2 assists, and 2 turnovers. He also had 4 personal fouls and was a +2 and plus minus. Robert Williams played 23 minutes. He had 6 points. He went 2 of 4 from the field, 2 of 4 from the free throw line. Of course, he's going to try to get the rebound and try to finish there, or if you just find him deep in the paint, he's going to try to do the same. He had 6 rebounds and 2 offensive ones out of the 6. He had 3 assists and 1 turnover, 3 personal fouls, and was a zero and plus minus. And Matisse Thybulle, he ended up scoring the most points off the bench. He also played the most minutes, which was 33. He ended up getting 14 points, went 5 of 7 from the field, 4 of 6 from three. High percentage looks all game throughout the game. You would have thought that the Nuggets would try to stop him, but it didn't work anyway. He also had 1 rebound, 3 assists, 5 steals, and 1 block. That was game high when it comes to steals for the Blazers and in the game. But he also did get 5 turnovers, doing a little bit too much. Just be a 3-and-D guy. If you try to do a little bit too much, sometimes you're just not ready for it, you're not prepared for it, and it can be a mistake. He had 1 personal foul and was a +8 and plus minus. City played 8 minutes. He missed his only shot, which was a three. He had 1 rebound, no turnovers. His rebound was offensive. He had a personal foul and was a -1 and plus minus. And then you look at Aaron Gordon and played 31 minutes. He had 23 points. He went 8 of 14 from the field, 4 of 9 from three, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. He had 9 boards and 5 assists, no turnovers, 2 offensive rebounds, 2 personal fouls, and was a +5 and plus minus. You know, he kept hitting the corner threes. He kept attacking the basket. And if it works, it works. And if you don't see a good look, move the basketball, find the open guy. He understands what he's out there to do. You have to love that. Cameron Johnson, 37 minutes, 17 points. He went 6 of 9 from the field, 1 of 3 from the three-point line, 4 of 5 from the free throw line. He had 6 rebounds and 7 assists, 2 turnovers, but he did get 5 personal fouls. That was a big problem for him, was guarding some players on the Blazers. Obviously, Denny and those guys are hard to stay in front of and hard to defend. They're so good at what they do. He had 2 offensive boards. I liked what Cam Johnson did, and he had made some timely baskets and some timely passes. And Jokic led the way with another triple-double. He had 35 points. He went 15 to 31 from the field. He did go 1 of 5 from three, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. He got 14 rebounds and 13 assists and 6 turnovers. He also tied Matisse with 5 steals in this one and 2 blocks. They was daring him and they was challenging him. And Jokic said, if you're going to do that, I got to do something. I can't just let these guys feel like they can get anything they want. That's what center is supposed to do anyway. I know he's not as athletically gifted as other centers, but at least you can do is try. Well, he did that in this one. He had 7 offensive rebounds, 2 personal fouls, was a +5 and plus minus. He always was looking for his teammates, even when he was trying to be aggressive. That's what makes Jokic so special. That's what makes him so tough to defend, is that you have to guard him and just focus on everybody else, because if you slip, he's going to find somebody for a good look. Jamal Murray has been doing the same this entire season. He knows when to score. He knows how to move without the basketball. He knows how to make the right play, even if it's defensively sometimes, and he knows when to get rid of that ball to his teammates. He had 20 points in 38 minutes. He went 7 of 15 from the field, 3 of 7 from three, 3 of 3 from the free throw line, 1 rebound, 1 turnover, 2 blocks, 4 personal fouls, and a +11 and plus minus. And then you look at Christian Braun. He ended up being the only starter to not score in double figures because he finished with 8. But I like the shots that he took. He missed some wide open threes, got some good drives, and he finished 4 of 7 from the field, so he still shot the ball really good. He had 6 rebounds and 1 assist, no turnovers, and 3 steals. He also had 1 offensive rebound, 2 personal fouls, and was a +10 and plus minus. Everybody off their bench was able to score. Jonas led them in 10 minutes, which was the lowest for anybody off the bench. He still gave you 14 points because he went 6 of 7 from the field. He also made a 3 and missed 1. That was his only miss of the game from the field. But he also missed a free throw and went 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 3 rebounds, 1 assist, no turnovers, 2 offensive rebounds, 1 personal foul, and was a 0 and plus minus. Tim Hardaway Jr., 23 minutes, 3 points. He went 1 of 7 from the field, 1 of 5 from three. His only make was a 3. Everything else he just could not make. But he filled up the stat sheet still by getting 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block. He also had some trouble, 1 turnover, and 4 personal fouls. And his rebound was offensive, and he finished as a -24 and plus minus. Bruce Brown played 24 minutes. He had 6 points. He went 1 of 6 from the field, 0 of 2 from three, and 4 of 4 from the free throw line. He did have the most rebounds off the bench with 5. He also had 2 assists, which was the most off the bench. He also had the most turnovers, which was 2, which ain't that many in 24 minutes, but he just missed too many looks. And this one, even if there was high percentage, he also fouled a lot in the minutes he was out there. playing, and he also had 2 offensive rebounds to finish with 5 personal fouls and was a -3 and plus minus. And you look at Julian Strother, you're just happy that he gave you double figures. He finished with 11, got a transition basket. He also went 1 or 2 from 3, 4 or 5 from the field, knew when to cut, knew when to attack, knew when to get open. And also went 2 or 2 from the free throw line. He had a steal, 1 personal foul, and was a -4 and plus minus. Denver took 101 shots. They ended up shooting 51% from the field. The Blazers shot 89 field goals and made 47% of them. 38 threes taken by the Nuggets. They shot 32%. 52 taken by the Blazers. They shot 48%. That was a lot of the reasons why they was winning. It was able to stay in the game. 24 free throws for the Nuggets, 88% for them. 28 taken by the Blazers. They shot 82%. 45 rebounds for the Nuggets, 39 for the Blazers. 37 assists for the Nuggets, 29 for the Blazers. 12 turnovers for the Nuggets, 15 for the Blazers. 10 steals for the Nuggets, 8 for the Blazers. Both teams took and got some good amount of blocks. They both ended up with 5. 17 offensive rebounds for the Nuggets, 11 for the Blazers. Both teams had 28 defensive rebounds, and the Nuggets committed 26 personal fouls, while the Blazers committed only 24, which is a lot for both teams. But these teams can really come at you. They can really test how hard you're going to really gamble, and they can make you pay for it. And we starting to see Portland just play really good basketball against everybody. You know, they had a lot of injuries. They had a lot of reasons why they should suck. They had a lot of reasons why they should have a bad record. And they're right where they needed to be. You know, they're looking like they're going to finish above 500. I know they ain't the greatest thing. I know they ain't the best thing, you know, in the world. But it just shows you that they understand what they're trying to do. They understand what they can do with the team that they have, and they're ahead of schedule. Can they do it again next season? Well, we have to find out, because it looks like a lot of other teams are going to be better if they're healthy, and we know teams are going to make moves. We know teams are going to go for it in the offseason if they have a chance to. So Portland going to have some trouble trying to bring the roster back close to what it is or similar, and guys are going to have to stay healthier. Guys are going to have to step up more. That's a given. And then you look at the Nuggets, they're just showing you that they're a tough team to guard. It's hard to stop them because they have players that can really bend you. They can break you. And if they do, they're going to be shooting mid-range. They're going to be getting to the basket. They're going to be shooting threes. And then you know you got Jokic, who can basically do whatever he wants because he's just that good at doing it. And then you want to slow him down. You want to stop him. You don't want to guard him one-on-one. You don't want to help because he can pass and find guys. Same with Murray. And then you realize it's going to be a hard night all game trying to beat this team in 48 minutes. It got to a point where it went into overtime. So the Blazers put themselves in a position where they should have won. They should have got it done. But the Nuggets never stopped. They never gave in. They kept playing the game. They kept playing their style. They kept playing their brand of basketball. And they stayed true to themselves and true to their identity. And it ended up working out against the Blazers before it was over. They got some good steals. They got some good stops. And it was continuing able to attack them the way that they wanted to. Then it was just about you open, make your shots. They was able to do that all the way even in overtime, and they got the win. Comment, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell to get the analysis when it first comes out. Y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace. And I'll see y'all later today, hopefully with more analysis.